Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a general work career reading for Scorpio for June 26th to the 8th of July 2018. I put the decks that I'm using down in the description box, so let's begin. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm using the Angel of Abundance Oracle cards just to get 2 cards for general energies. So these are all shuffled and I'm just going to cut this deck. Okay, so the first card is abundance mindset, and it says if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be that one day away from you. See, feel, think and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you experience. And the second one is employment change. Your career path is leading you to a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So really nice. So employment change and have an abundant mindset. That's what it advises. So I'm using the Bright Idea deck as for the main reading. Just give it a quick shuffle and cut this deck. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the overall theme of the deck is contemplation, and it says that you need to really retreat within yourself, do some further studying, actually look through your goals. You need a reassessment, and it needs to be an informed reassessment, so you need to weigh all the options up, weigh whatever's happened in your work career and decide what you're going to do. There's a lot of introspection that needs to be done, and you might need to take some time off and do some learning, studying, extra courses, so that you can improve and increase your skill set. It's also a period of time to take some time off for some meditation, maybe some rest, just some alone time, some downtime. So the main situation is that you've been on your feet, being really really alert and aware of anything that is going on. You've been managing to sort through situations pretty quickly, and there's been a lot of movement, a lot of energy within this in your work life at the moment. A lot of messages coming in, a lot of things to be done. You've been really busy, and you've been managing to keep on top of things. You do feel like you need some time, some rest, some R&R really, and that's what this first card is showing, that you do maybe perhaps need some time off to take some rest. And also in the immediate situation, it looks like maybe you've just managing to snatch a bit of sleep here and there in uncomfortable positions where you're not, there's no stability in the rest that you're taking. You're taking short breaks rather than having a good old-fashioned holiday. So you might need to take a little bit of a vacation and get away from it all, and really get your rest, because you've been really busy. So in the last year or so, you've had to make some sort of sacrifice. You've needed to accept help from others. It might have been emotional support, financial support. You've had a bit of a loss, and you've been recovering from that loss that you went through. And you haven't gotten quite back on your feet yet. But in the last 3 months, you've been working really, really hard to try and accumulate what you've lost. You've just been putting your head down and going for it, just working long hours and doing a lot of work, carrying a lot of burdens. You feel really exhausted, and you're wondering if it's worth it. Is it all worth it? for all the work that you've had to do to make up for the loss that you've had. You feel that you did make a sacrifice for whatever it was, but you don't know if that sacrifice was worth it. You're now beginning to look at things from a different perspective, maybe get out of that rigid mindset that you had, and you're hoping that the key to your problems and how to sort them out comes to you. So whatever you've been doing now in going to the near future has been, you've been very creative and you've been producing things. Now you're sitting and waiting. This is the waiting phase, sort of like the pregnancy phase of waiting for something to happen. And you're hoping that a lot of abundance comes in. And it looks like it will. The door hasn't been opened just yet. Whatever you produced is something good. And now you're presenting it to the world and hoping that they will enjoy what you have produced. You are very worried that you have been, you've experienced this loss. You've been left out in the cold to fend for yourself with no support from anybody else. And that was quite a blow to your ego. And you've had to come up with new ways, new solutions to sort out your problems. You've had no emotional, no financial, no support whatsoever. And, you've been feeling that loss quite severely. You've been re-examining your life, and you're looking at the big picture now and trying to make a decision based on this big picture that you see. You are taking the lessons that you learned from that loss and that experience that you had with you into the future, and you're leaving behind the things that don't serve you. And that's a very good place to be. So you're looking at the big picture, and although it's been a very difficult thing for you to do and you were very scared to do it, you've managed to do it, and you're doing it. And you're worried that whatever you're doing at the moment, though, is not going to turn out exactly like how you wanted it. You had a plan in your head and you wanted it to turn out exactly like that, but you're worried that, you might fall short. But you must have faith and be optimistic. And the last 3 cards for the outcome is that whatever you've done now is coming to its conclusion. You are now have produced something that the world can see. It's almost like a gift. You've made a gift to yourself, really. So you've made a lot of effort. You've put a lot of effort into it. And this is the final product that you're going to present to the world. And you're hoping that, everything works out fine, that, they enjoy it as much as you do. You're celebrating that you've finished this particular task. And of course, you will present it to the world. You've reached this crossroads in your life now where you're seeing the bigger picture. You've got everything in balance. You had a good idea. You've presented it into the world. There's growth there, financial growth, and there's also growth within your family life. So everything is now reaching a really positive conclusion. And because of that, you will get to a position of leadership. You will be running things, the day-to-day running of maybe a company or a business, and you are the boss. So whatever you've done, whatever work you've put in now is going to be paying off, and you will get into a position of leadership where you are, whatever you say goes, and you will be an authority in this particular field that you are working in. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from the Fairy Tarot, just for some advice. This one. I'm going to use a card. Right, so the first card is the Two of Autumn. Bringing fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities of jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. So it looks like you are multitasking. Maybe you are in charge of something in a leadership position. So you've got a talent for that, and you need to learn to do prioritize what is important and what is not, and try and make it a bit more fun. Don't turn it into a drudgery. And the second one is the King of Spring, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So somebody's going to come in and support whatever you're doing, and see you as a leader, and you will have this leadership position, this authority position that you wanted is now here, and that will probably lead to a increase in salary, increase in money coming in. And the last card is the Sun. Plans that worked out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitudes for the blessings of life. So whatever you do is going to work out perfectly, and you will get a lot of recognition and money coming in as well. So this looks like it's going to be a win-win situation, and it looks like all the hard work that you have done, where you've been chained to your job, and all that loss that you had was all seems to be worth it, because now you achieve what you set out to achieve. You achieve your goal, and everything is going to turn out, exactly like how you wanted to. So because you've put in so much of hard work into the situation. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.